Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and I'm back with another installment of my necessarily silly ranking series where I answer the question, why do I like Rusty Lake Hotel? Rusty Lake Hotel is a kooky point-and-click adventure puzzle game where different people are invited to stay at, of course, the Rusty Lake Hotel for several nights of gourmet, exotic dining experiences. And when I say people, I mean they're all animals. And when I say invited, I mean perhaps coerced? And when I say gourmet, exotic dining experiences, I mean they are the meal. You play as an employee of the hotel and must acquiesce to the guests' needs while also gathering everything you need for a delicious meal. Oh, and you're also the hitman. You can converse with them during the day, though admittedly they don't have a whole lot of things to say, but keep an eye out for extra ingredients like a certain wine or different herbs and spices. There's a handful of things that you can kick up on the recipes. Then, at night, you head to the creepy bat-operated elevator and go up to the rooms to pick your victim. Inside the room, you have to solve a plethora of puzzles in order to eventually lay the trap to kill them. These puzzles are ultimately the entire point of the game, so I don't want to dive into too many specifics since I don't want to spoil the solutions. But they're multi-part, interconnected things. For example, with one guest, they've drawn a bath, and you're needing to set up a convoluted electrical issue to kill them in the tub. There's a lot of really weird things going on in this game, and to be honest, I still have no idea why almost any of this stuff exists in any of these rooms. They make no sense. There's another bird strapped into a device to electrocute their brain, and somehow it turns out that that bird is your assistant to pull off the eventual kill, and they're just chilling in the room. I don't know. I'm super confused. The story here is utterly nonsensical to me, but that's part of the charm of the game. It's a silly, over-the-top puzzle game with a ridiculous premise and fun little hurdles and hidden items to collect, and that brings me to the game's ranking. All of this makes Rusty Lake Hotel my new 316th favorite game. It's wedged firmly between The Lost Vikings at 315 and Timberman at 317. Some other nearby titles include Galaga at 312, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog at 322, and Auditorium at 323. The thing I like the most, though, about Rusty Lake Hotel is the weird mystery of what the hell are you even doing? And there's like this meta puzzle as you figure out how to kill each guest, and weird like visions and stuff you run into with some creepy like in the fog weird animals in the distance. And that leads into the meta puzzle at the end, which is a trippy almost explains why you're killing and eating these animals sort of thing, but also not really. I do want to be clear to people that think 316 isn't perhaps a very favorable ranking. I like every game on this list. The game is just really, really short. I beat it in an hour and a half, which is fine for a game that cost me like $1 on sale, but I do wish it had been just a little more. I wish it had more meat on the bone. During the daytime sections of the game, or if the guests reached more to the meals and there was more reaction based on how you did and what things you did beyond just generic text based on like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. I wish there was some dialogue about it, or if they were like, oh man, I wonder where Mr. Deer is today. Just stuff like that would have been more interesting, and there wasn't any of it, which was kind of disappointing. I do want to mention that I know I said I wasn't going to get into the specifics of the puzzles, but there is one segment that is definitely bugged, and I found that other people had this issue too, so I do want to mention it. You'll reach a point where you have to capture a moth, and it'll keep flying away, even if you have the proper jar to catch it. Just keep clicking in and out of the window until it's sitting still on the windowsill. This might take a dozen or more tries. It is obnoxious, so I wanted to warn you now, But for what this game is, the whole thing is a terrific and brilliantly bizarre experience. I know this one's been a pretty short one, and so is the game. So that's me for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. You can, discuss in my Discord or in the comments below, but you have a great rest of your day, as I said. Goodbye.